is a pain in the butt. You hit your ball in the trees and then you lip out the putt. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us. 'Cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hello, and welcome down to another episode of the Rough Cut Golf Podcast, where the golf season has officially started, because every golf season only starts once the Dubai Invitational at Dubai Creek starts or something, and Tommy Fleetwood wins.
I'm pretty sure that every golf club in the world has that in their calendar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everyone has just woken up this morning and thought, you know what, that's it. The season's here. I'm joined again by Mick, obviously by myself, by Kieran, and by Jacob. And this is a very weird start to the podcast.
Can you be joined by yourself?
You know what? I do feel like I'm speaking from someone else's brain this morning. So, yeah, probably. Why not?
Shall we let the viewers and or listeners in on how many attempts it took you to do the intro before you did it without swearing?
Just the one.
Just excellent. Wonderful. Have you signed up for your golf membership yet?
No. Don't be silly.
The season's begun.
Yeah, but the weather.
Yeah, weather's crap.
The weather. It's so bad at the minute. It's cold. It's
sunny?
Wet. Well, right now, yeah.
It's sunny right now.
Absolutely beaming down from the clouds. This might
Are
be
you saying I have permission to go play golf then? Right now?
No, I mean, you have to record this podcast, but then you can go.
Yeah,
okay.
And then
perfect.
wait till the weekend, and then you can join your club and not go any bottomless brunches with Prosecco. Which
Jacob went on a
mistake to
very,
us.
very fancy Prosecco bottomless brunch.
Yeah, it was very nice.
And then slept on an air mattress in Birmingham and then came to work.
Yeah, what...
Are you Kieran?
we're switching. Kieran's much more sophisticated.
Kieran's
and
grown
you're-
up this year.
Are you dry January? No?
No.
Oh, okay, no.
I was
Come on.
out on Friday till
Oh, okay.
3. So.
Were you in Albert Schloss?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I actually think I saw that on the Instagram.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
well done, sir.
There's a How I Met Your Mother episode where Barney has a list of things that he's too old for, and he tries to knock the ball off. And one of them is, I mean, it's a very American reference, but it's like staying on someone's futon.
Oh.
That is exactly where I am now. I need to be in a bed or in a hotel room, like you said, when you go to stay with someone's. It's my back is not made up for this anymore.
Definitely not.
Wow.
You know who's sleeping on a bed of money? Tommy Fleetwood having
Yeah,
just
he
won.
is. Well, not as much as we'd like, but
You know, I'm not overly concerned.
That's true.
For him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not waking up this morning thinking, oh my God, he won, and yet he only won 400 grand.
yeah.
What an absolute disaster for the man.
It's a hard
Actually, was it more than that?
No, 307.
Yeah,
But that's quite low, I thought.
Yeah, it's low, yeah.
Yeah, that is low.
Yeah.
It's an invitational tournament, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
not all
well,
the...
387,000.
387,
Oh,
yeah.
God. He
Yeah,
must,
he's-
he
that's
must
awful.
find
He
it
can't
so
retire
hard.
on that, unfortunately.
No.
But
I don't know. I think I could give that a really good go.
do you reckon?
I reckon I could retire on that. There's only so much pasta you can buy. And pasta and gas.
It depends what you're looking for. If you
For
just
the oven,
never went anywhere, then maybe, yeah. But if you wanted to sort
build a
of...
fire.
Yeah, no, but boiling water on a fire is very inefficient.
Wood warms you twice.
Wood warms you twice.
Yeah. You got to cut it, ain't you? And that warms you up. And then you cook.
Wow.
Speaking about getting old, I just said something that my dad would 100% say.
And I don't think it works like that. And I don't think it would have worked like that for your dad either, because your dad grew up in central London. What trees is he going to cut down without getting arrested?
That tree's made of metal. That's called a lamppost, Kim.
So yeah, I reckon I could make it. I could give it a good go on 400k. And bear in mind, this was also season starting at invitation only, so there wasn't a cut, so it was guaranteed to make a bit of money. And then the only person up there really challenging him was Rory McIlroy. Let's face it, he can't win. So it was. I must be honest. Between Tommy and Rory, I was kind of getting the vibe that this would be a 2-level pars from them, and then someone else would come through and actually win.
Yeah. Well, we had that battle, 3 months ago for the season finale of last year. And it almost felt like the script was reversed this time, because the way that Rory finished the round is very Tommy-esque in trying to win a tournament.
Yeah.
And then Tommy making 2 birdies back-to-back to win it was very Rory-esque. So it was lovely to. I mean,
Old Rory.
Old Rory. Yeah. I mean, we talk about. Yeah, exactly. We talk about Tommy on this podcast quite a lot. Me and Mick especially are very big advocates for Tommy Fleetwood. So it's nice to see, and then hopefully he will start to take this form into the year when it gets to the proper stuff.
I was a little bit, because I was watching it, and obviously, I'm a huge Tommy, big Tommy fan. Not only is the golfer, but just as the person. Yeah, he's just a lovely, lovely guy. So every time he's up there, I'm always I'm very much rooting for him to win. And when he bogeyed 16, I was like, oh, come on.
This is it again.
Like, and especially like 17 and 18. So I played Dubai Creek before, and the 17th and the 18th, or 16, 17, 18 is such a tough close, and especially 17 and 18. And Rory will get to in a minute, but if you miss left, and that is both Rory's and Fleetwood's miss.
Yes.
And if you start trying to hang on, it's so tight, you're going to find the water. And I was like, oh, come on. And then to birdie those last two, admittedly, he did get a helping hand from Rory, but I don't know how I feel about Rory, to be honest with this, because it's not like he gave the back nine away.
Oh, no.
He had, six birdies?
6 birdies in the last 8.
So 6 birdies in the last 8. There's slight glaring omissions from that. Obviously, he 3-putted from 2 feet and then whacked on the wall in the last. So there's a bit of inconsistency there, being the first proper event of the year. But I don't know. I feel more positive about Rory not winning this than other things he's lost in the past.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
It was his second round that let him down. Like, if he had played the second round like he played the other rounds, he would have won it by a long way.
Yeah. If you were Rory and you were sat after that round, what's the moment? Is it the 3-putt that you think of that's the kind of or is it that drive on 18? What's the one that's kind of more?
It's always the last. Like, it's always the last bad shot.
Right.
Like, that's what he'll dwell on.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, like a 3-putt from 2 feet is like, that's not Rory, but that's not any pro. That's just like a freak, weird thing to happen. If you look at the stats, like he never ever does that, and he won't do that for the rest of the year. It just doesn't happen.
Oh,
So,
God, can you imagine that? That's his thing for the year.
Yeah.
That was that 1-1.
And we're looking at him with Zalatoris tinged glasses, like, good Lord, this is 2 foot. This is his real danger area.
get that arm lock on the
But he also had that quad on that par 3 on the second round. So he'd be thinking about that. If he only went in the water once, for example, he could have won it.
That second round was what killed
it's
him.
all I don't know what the phrase is, but like what's the
Hindsight.
phrase? Hindsight. Yeah.
Yeah, he also putted pretty well
Yeah, he
throughout
did.
that
He
week
did.
as well,
And drove it.
Great. So, I mean, I'm not honestly. I think for Rory, first event, I think obviously he wanted to win, but if someone had said you're going to finish in second before the week started, he would have been disappointed. But I think he kind of probably quite pleased as well the way he's played most of the week.
What do we all think of the course? Like,
yeah, no, I don't know. It's one of the ones that I know you've been and played, but I don't think I ever went to film at. I know you played it with Carter.
Yeah,
I remember editing that video. So I can't I was viewing it as from the perspective of someone who's only seen it on the television, but I thought it looked really smart. There was a couple of holes I recognised because of seeing the video.
I like the course. I was slightly surprised when they said they were going to have a DP World Tour event.
Yes,
that's what I was thinking.
There's a few holes on there that it's a really nice course. I really enjoy it. I kind of feel that apart from the island tee, it's sometimes hard to get those features out. Like the hole before the par 3, kind of hitting towards the Burj. That looks really cool.
Yep.
You've got the island tee, but then some of the camera angles where they were positioned probably didn't show it off to its full extent.
I think it didn't. The coverage didn't do it justice, maybe, because like you think about the part of the world it's in, every golf course there is gorgeous.
Yeah,
maybe we didn't see it in the light that they wanted us to see it.
It's well worth. If you are over there, you do want a round. It's well worth the play though, especially those last few holes. Honestly, like. It's easy to look at Rory and say, "Oh, why did you miss it left off the last and all the rest of it?" When you're on that hole, honestly, it is tight.
Yeah. That left looks real inviting.
It's really tight.
And as you say, if that's the miss as well, that's all you can think of is like.
And if you
left is bad,
and if you're moving it that way as well, like the fairways are so kind of tight, and it all runs off the side of that fairway. Yeah. So if it gets moving in that direction, it's just going to.
Tell you what he needs. He needs to learn a nice, like, over the top move for moments like that, so that he can slice it far to the right. Yeah, I tell you what, we've got that. We've got that covered. If you need that, come to us.
I think what he needed more crowd there. He needed a solid
someone
human
to catch
barrier to help him.
Yeah, that would have been good.
That's what he was hoping for, wasn't it?
How bad would it be to be in that position where it's heading towards the water? You're like, I really don't want it to hit anyone, but if it does,
yeah.
Like if it can hit somewhere soft, and,
it wouldn't be a terrible thing.
Like just someone's bag. You know what I mean?
Save it.
Someone's
Just save
bag.
it.
That'd be all right. Or just like a shoe. Yeah. No real bruise. Something I could just sign a glove and get away with. I don't have to.
I had to play my shot off Frankenstein's foot. Oh, I got him.
Oh, reference there. Other news in that event, obviously, big news, Francesco Molinari, 15 under par. I think we can all rejoice at Francesco.
Yeah, that was nice to see.
Hold on, you just skipped.
Jordan Smith, I thought.
Friend of the channel.
Yeah.
And the most fairways, it's most greens in regulation on the DP World Tour. Mm-hmm. Jordan Smith.
He was first in approach play for this event as well.
Of course he was.
It's a legend.
Tommy was first in strokes gained and scoring. Was that one?
It was first in being
was
first.
He won basically everything.
He won't care.
First in
He
the
won't care.
leaderboard.
He's number one.
Yeah, he won't care.
He averaged 313.8 yards off the tee.
Tommy did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was ripping. My driver was ripping
it along.
Yeah.
QI10.
If you've not seen the review, make sure you do. Actually, no, because he was triple diamond. He was LS, so I'm going to have to do a proper test on
Yeah,
I'm
and
assuming, both of them are all going to be in that, aren't
And
they?
he had the weight was in the draw setting.
Not all of them are in it. Like Nelly Calder's in the max. and stuff like that.
I mean, as in like
Right.
these two,
Yeah, yeah.
Rory and
I
Tommy.
think Scheffler's in the max as well. I could be wrong, but I certainly saw a video of him testing the max compared to the Stealth 2. For the
I think that was more just forgiveness.
Just forgiveness.
That's the
Just to
MOI visual test, isn't
Right,
it? Where
okay,
TaylorMade basically said, those other drivers, trash.
Yeah.
You're looking at it, they're trying to tell you how good the QI10 is, and you're like, oh my God, it is doing it much less. And then you're like, oh my God, does that mean last year's one does it that much?
But their slogan last year was forgiveness as well. So it's like, it's just complete.
Go on, say it.
No.
I can give you a beat.
Oh, wow. Kieran was about to lay an opinion down the line there.
Well, I was going to say the B word, but yeah.
You can say, I think we can.
I don't know.
That's 2 beeps.
You said it again.
What I was
It's like bogeys.
What I was also going to say when we skipped past Francesco Molinari was Adrian Meronk, another top 10.
Yeah, Meronk
obviously
dunk.
Jordan Smith. Tristan Lawrence is suddenly becoming a very, very good player.
So
Yeah, someone said about
very good
He
DP
had a
World
bit
Tour.
of
there being a
charge.
lot of South Africans in the old mix.
Yeah, Lombard was up and about.
Yeah. I mean,
Torbjorn Olesen as well. Like, I know literally why we'd ever really mention his name, but after some issues in the past, he was last year very consistent, and again proving it in the first event of the year.
Yeah, I think obviously he's like, if you think about it, it wasn't that long ago he was in the Ryder Cup, starring in the Ryder Cup, being a really good player, had a incident on a BA flight, shall we say. Got cleared of everything. Like, have you actually read any of that the court transcript? Like, it must have been so. Like, it must have been so embarrassing, like, going through that.
I'm sure.
And, like, being, by all accounts, just out of control.
Yeah.
Like, I've never, obviously, I think we've all at this table been in situations where we've had a bit to drink, but never in the sense of being out of control of your own actions. Like, you're being a passenger to what you're doing.
Yeah, you're like viewing what you're doing from outside your body.
Third person.
Why am I doing that?
Must be so weird. But anyway, it's good to see him back. He's got a great swing as well.
Yeah.
Where did Luke Donald finish?
Tied 20th, I think. 7 under, something like that.
I must admit, I think it's a very, very Luke Donald course. This, like, you've got to be accurate.
The stuff I watched was a Luke Donald highlight reel. I loved it.
He's the boy.
just
Isn't he?
so
good.
He's just the boy.
Is that did they release that on the DP World Tour YouTube? Wasn't it?
So.
Yeah, right.
I must have seen it
I
on
don't know if you've
social.
noticed some of the thumbnails recently from the DP World Tour, but they're very like
YouTuber, yeah.
Very YouTuber.
Oh god, yeah.
Well, they actually released a few weeks ago. It was Jordan Smith and Rosner, I want to say.
Yeah.
And it was a 9-hole course vlog match.
Yeah.
The one they put out one
great.
for Rory and Tommy in the final round, and the way they did it, and I saw it, I thought it was a match
What's that?
against
Yeah,
the two each other, but it was just
yeah.
like their final round highlights kind of thing.
I don't know. I kind
But
of
it
think
was
Shouting at each other for walking in front of the tracer.
it is something that I mean, DP World Tour, European Tour, for a long time now, out of all the kind of tours that are out there, like they are the best as far as like social media engagement content. I think pretty much everyone agrees with that. But they have an opportunity because they're not scared of trying new things to actually be that kind of bridge between tour pros and like YouTube stuff. I think they're, if anyone's going to figure it out, it's going to be them.
Yeah.
And they picked Jordan Smith's a very good pick for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, he's just cool, and he was
Yeah,
very
he's a
like
cool guy.
we played with him at the BMW, and he's like very good on camera to start with. When you did your little interviewy bit with him, he was very cool, like very smart, witty, very funny guy. So perfect for that kind of course vloggy job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's a good lad. I think Tommy. I didn't see this winning interview that we're not down now. So was it like a Big Brother?
It's like
room?
a Big Brother thing. I don't know if anyone else saw
the green room.
Yeah, so
mate,
they've got like a big yellow chair,
Yeah.
and they're taking everyone who finishes their round, and they're sitting them down and asking like a few questions about how it went.
That
It
yellow
just
chair.
didn't,
And he
like-
did his with a giant.
Yeah, it just didn't look. I don't know. I just found it a bit awkward. I don't know if
I
you've
know what you
watched the
mean.
whole thing of it,
Yeah.
but yeah, it just didn't look.
And
the best.
he's like, Thurston Lawrence, who is he?
Yeah, he's yeah.
Oh, now you know.
That's a great, Big Brother reference. That
yellow chair, by the way, is an IKEA special.
Is
that
it?
I see because I've got that.
Isn't that your
I've got
chair?
that chair.
Yeah.
That chair pops up so much.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Good deal.
Literally everywhere.
Do they have IKEA in Dubai?
They do.
They do. Okay,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
As you might expect, it's a very big one as well.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yes.
Probably the biggest in the world.
I was about to say probably the biggest in the world.
It's an absolute monster. Did Rory pop in and do an interview
I
afterwards?
don't know if he did.
No, I don't think he did.
The
Good.
ones I
Good.
saw,
I
I
don't
didn't
wanna see
see.
it.
I didn't see Tommy's, but I saw Marcus Armitage do one, and it was after he'd had a really bad day, and I thought it actually came across quite well, but I think it maybe was more him than the actual concept. Because you can picture exactly what it is. It's that Big Brother voice asking you questions, and they've almost tried to do it in the same way of like,
Yeah.
Marcus, how was your round today? And he has to like answer whatever. And he's a very emotional person anyway, and I don't think he made a birdie. He was like saying all his mates back home are going to be messaging him and stuff like that, and it was quite funny. Again, it's the whole thing. They're trying something different. The
Yeah.
DP World Tour. They're
And
not
it's-
afraid for it to not necessarily be bad or good.
Yeah.
Might develop over the year. We'll see if the IKEA chair gets taken. They've not got very far to go. They've only got to go down the road to the Majlis. But
It kind of depends if that's something that would work week on week. It kind of feels like this event was. I mean, there was some good prize money available, so obviously some good players playing. It kind of felt like even the DP World Tour were kind of like, all right, guys, first event, I'll invite you all down.
yeah.
Let's have a nice time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's just have a good time. We'll play some good golf.
Yeah.
The sun's out. It's a lovely course. Come into this room, sit down on this IKEA chair.
Someone will win, but don't worry
Don't
about
worry
that.
about it. Well, I kind of felt like that on the last when Tommy holed that putt to win. Beautiful, like left to righter, cracking putt, and then kind of Rory comes up,
Dapped him up.
which
Well, they're good. They're very good friends anyway.
they
like,
are good
it's-
friends,
yeah.
and honestly,
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac, mate.
yeah, they are good friends, and I don't mind that. But in some respects, I was like, I don't think that had happened on the last round of the US Open.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Which obviously US majors a different kettle of fish altogether, but it didn't have like that level of seriousness that you might
I
expect.
don't think they would have fist bumped on the green, but I
Yeah.
still think Rory would have been
afterwards.
like, pleased.
100%. Yeah. And I think they're both that type of person.
Yeah.
But it just felt a bit like really matey, really relaxed, nice and chilled.
But it kind of has the same kind of tinge as the Scottish when McIntyre and Rory were fighting it out at the end, and then Rory won with that, with the 2-iron and then that putt that he didn't think was going. He said, I hit it and I didn't think it was going in, and then it did. So that was cool. But then he went and found Rob McIntyre and they like hugged it out. It was like, dude, you played so well, and like I like that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it should be saved for once they are off the golf course.
Yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't really bother me, but it just felt that it kind of just played into this whole feeling of this event being a
pre-season friendly
break in.
This is a pre-season friendly.
I know we're obviously like away now from the next Ryder Cup, and I'm just thinking like the opposites of how we always say Team Europe is very, the camaraderie and the togetherness. If you took like the American friendships you think of, like a Cantlay and Schauffele or something like that, do you imagine if they would done the same thing? Say if like Cantlay had done what Rory had done and Schauffele took him off. Do you think they would have fist bumped? I know Cantlay's not the best example.
Well,
but
like a Spieth and
Spieth and Thomas, yeah.
Yeah, they
Like-
definitely
do you
would.
think they would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
No,
they'd be angry in the moment, and then later on would text each other and say, "Dude, well done."
I think both of them lads will be way more pumped up of holding that putt.
What for some, invitational event where everyone gets paid and it doesn't matter?
Yeah.
To be fair, the way again, I don't know what Rory and Tommy are like in sort of social golf situations, but when I've seen like Justin and Jordan speak about, even if they just go play a random 18 holes, like the serious and like the severity of it is like they are playing in the US Open.
They're playing like £1,000 a hole.
So whether it's like
exactly.
Whether it's like a 3-hole match or if they're actually playing in a DP World Tour event, they probably and maybe they wouldn't.
If this is going to help us win more Ryder Cups, then I'm
all for it.
Listen, second round, 7th hole, holing out a little 12-foot for birdies. I saw hugging each other. You know what? I am so pleased for you. Like, you are just the best person.
Now get me in that yellow chair so I can talk about it.
Yeah. Shall we go in there? We'll sit on each other's knees. Let's do that. This is. You know what? I'm all in. I'm all in on it
together. Like, come on, get my lap.
Sit on his lap.
I am all in on 2024 being the friendliest
year of golf,
friendliest year on golf.
Do you reckon they interviewed Ken Weyand?
I'm gonna say probably not.
They should have.
I like to think they sat him in the chair and the camera like went up to about here, and they were like, "Are you actually supposed to be here, mate?" Not really.
Not really.
I'm not.
I think so.
What did you shoot?
To put everyone in the picture here. So Ken Weyand. Now, with the invitational format of this event, the kind of DP World Tour sponsors could invite who they want. Now, they've invited a chap called Ken Weyand. Now, I don't know Ken Weyand, and I don't think Ken Weyand knows me.
Oh my God, you don't know?
I don't think half of the golfing world knew who Ken Weyand was until this week.
So when I kind of saw originally, like he was starting to make kind of like headlines on the Thursday, I saw his name and him being talked about before I saw the scores. So I was kind of like, oh, right, is it like a young amateur or like a
local
Corn Ferry player, something like that? And then it wasn't. It was someone who's been invited on a sponsored invitation. Don't really know the proper mechanism, but I know he's partners with Michael Jordan.
For the Grove.
The Grove IXXX
23,
whatever it's called.
Isn't that Elon Musk's kid?
X. Yeah, what's this course? It is the Grove XXIII.
It's 23.
It's 23.
23.
It's MJ's number, isn't it?
Oh, right, okay.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, X is
the Grove 23.
Sounds a bit self-serving, doesn't it?
Well, he literally made it for himself. Like he designed it. I don't know if he designed it, but he like definitely. It's like his playground. So and then
he got that kind of cash, right?
Yeah,
and also welcome to the Finch Invitational this year. So
the Grove XX.
Maybe we might be able to get on it. You never know. It's, that'd be a very good video. That'd be such a good video.
If we did a course walk next week with Ken, I think that would probably
that would be so good.
Would get a lot
on
of
the course with Ken.
Then he would definitely beat me as well.
I'm just kidding.
Carry on.
So anyway, Ken rocked up at this event. He's got the invite, which we'll get onto like some of the reaction from some of the tour pros. However, he shot 87, 82, 82, 86, 53 over par.
Wow.
So
72 shots.
72 shots off the lead. Good. Which is impressive.
You could have played 3 rounds.
Next worst was Jens Dan Torp, who was 14 over. Now, Ken's just like a standard PGA pro. I think he's director of golf at this place.
Yeah.
And honestly, this course, if you're not on your game, I can actually understand why you could shoot like big numbers. I think the main issue that some people were having were like, well, why would he get an invite to this event when there are other tour pros kind of on that bubble? I think it was Matt Jordan, maybe, who was on the bubble to get in and play. But at the end of the day, at the same time, this is an invitational. It does have that feeling of being like that start season, break everyone in, let's have a nice time, and they can invite who they want. Like that's the thing.
That is true. I just don't understand why him.
Well, it's like like preseason football. Anyone who's sponsored by Emirates Airlines, they meet up and have like a 4-way tournament before the football season starts.
Yeah.
So like, is it Milan, Arsenal?
Oh right, yeah, Juventus.
And you're like, well, these teams shouldn't be playing against each other here, but they are because it's a warm up to the season, so they can invite who they want. They're the sponsors.
I don't know, like it just feels like there must be something behind closed doors of a reason why he came.
It's got pictures of Keith Pelley naked.
Well, it don't matter anymore because he's gone.
He's gone as well.
We need to touch on that in a second as well. But
I just, do you know what? Almost though, in the back of my mind, what I was thinking of with this is, if this kind of thing becomes more popular or happens a lot more, even if it's DP World Tour, even if it's PGA Tour, who are the better people, who are the caliber of type of people they want to invite onto it. And we saw George get invited on a sponsor's exemption now, albeit George is very, very, very good.
Yeah. He wouldn't have shot 54 over.
But what's to say at some point in this year that a YouTuber could take that spot?
I think it's something we're going to see more and more. Like,
100%.
For these types of events. The only, like I said...
Because it'll help with views, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, as mentioned, this actually didn't particularly bother me. I wasn't that fussed. Like, they can invite who they want. But the only probably concern that some of the players were having is that this event does count towards the kind of tour season. So it's not like it's a one-off in isolation event. You know, this does actually have some impact later on down the line.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think Ken's going to make it. But
I don't think Ken's going to be playing many
the final group
tour events.
It looks like Ken didn't even get any points for the race to Dubai.
No,
he got none. He got no points. No, what's that one?
That must be his tour. That must be his ranking.
Yeah, I've got to be honest.
Race to do.
I think he was kind of like because he's not a member of the tour either.
Right.
He still took a nice little 7,288.
Yeah, so what they should have done,
dollars.
What they should have done is made last place, you know, like $5,000. Just give him $2,000. Don't play. Here's $2,000. Naff off. Let Matt Jordan in because he'll actually get closer to the winners. You jokers.
Well, it did kind of divide the players. I know. I saw Eddie Pepperell sort of tweeted out. It was like, I don't care if it's Ken from Barbie. This shouldn't happen. I thought that was very good. That's so Eddie that.
He loves it, doesn't he? He loves Wade.
And then who else was it? Mansell.
Yeah, Richard Mansell.
Richard Mansell. He liked it because he played with him.
He played with him.
And Ken invited him out to the Grove, so he's like.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, great. I thought he was a lovely lad.
Yeah, I thought he was very nice.
Yeah, we're playing.
What a great chap.
Playing with Jordan next week.
Just struggled on the greens, but he was.
Yeah,
I
think Richard Mansell was he's very diplomatic. I think he was saying something like, you know, it wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The course wasn't set up for him.
It wasn't ideal.
Because
honestly, you could. I can understand how you could have a bit of a mare on that course, though. Like, and I think he's just obviously not played that well, clearly, and had a bit of a mare, and it's all kind of come to a head because of how much off the pace he was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he finished last, but he was only 20 over.
Yeah, that would have been entirely respectable.
We're not having this discussion.
Do you reckon you could have? Done better.
That was my next question. Where is Peter Finch finishing at this event?
Yeah,
around that course. If I was playing. All right, yes.
You would beat that.
I reckon I could shoot consistently.
I would like to think so.
Because I was thinking, like... So
I reckon I could put 4 rounds of 80 in there.
Can we make a proviso that you're playing with that Anesis package set?
Yeah.
I'd be winning. Yeah, of course. I'll be going down the last.
It's a great title for a video as well.
Oh, yeah.
I play a DP World Tour event with an Anesis package set.
We'd like to invite you to play this event. Okay, I've got one stipulation. I can film it, and these are the clubs I'm using. I hope that's okay.
I want to buy them on the day of the round in a random decathlon in Dubai.
Charity shop challenge in Dubai.
Oh, man, there'll be some good clubs. There'll be some good clubs.
Going to the course in your gold-plated Lamborghini.
Exist in Dubai, do they? There can't be a charity shop there.
They just leave things on the street. They're like, there you go.
Yeah, like their Lamborghinis that they're like, oh, where did I park now?
Oh, yeah. Abandoned at the airport.
Get another one. Forgot where I parked.
Yeah, forgot that one.
Get another one.
God, those were the days. Right, so saying that, Keith Pelley is gone. Keith Pelley, kind of in charge of the DP World Tour, has gone. He's off.
It's like Maple Sports Group or Maple Leaf Sports Group or something, or
gone to do some other sporty directory job where he doesn't get shafted by.
It's a bit like, and on top of that as well, Martin Slumbers is leaving as the head of RNA.
Yeah,
just a lot of jumping ship,
a lot of movement about. I kind of think whoever comes into
or walking the plank, I don't know, is one or the other.
Either are they leaving of their own volition, or are they being kicked out by the people that are coming in to take over?
I don't know. It does feel like Pelley kind of maybe reached the end of what he was able to do, maybe willing to do.
Could do.
I mean, I spent a little time. I've actually spent a little time with him. I had a few chats to him. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure it was him.
It was quite. It was
quite drunk.
It was quite a late night, but I'm pretty sure I.
So you were quite drunk.
Shared a bit of a shisha with him on somewhere in the Middle East at one point.
Look at that pitch.
But
left field.
I'm 99% sure. But
what the?
Every time I kind of spoke to him, he seemed fine, seemed decent, but I don't know. There was a lot of new initiatives come in. Everything like the Rolex series, for example, he's managed to secure some decent sponsorship for the tour, but it always felt like the PGA Tour, and then obviously when Liv came in, they were starting to edge away.
Yes.
And like DP World just felt like it was a little bit static at times. And obviously the decision was made because obviously with the Public Investment Fund approached the European Tour as it was then to try and figure out this world tour. European Tour, Keith Pelley said, no, we're going to do this strategic partnership with the PGA Tour, which seems to have transpired that the PGA Tour getting everything that they want and the European Tour not getting much at all.
Yeah.
What's that film? Is that Love Actually, isn't it? I think I might just quote Hugh Grant there.
Oh, my God.
Anyway. Very, very long-sighted film. So he's kind of gone now, and DP World Tour is still in a bit of a weird place. It is a bit of a weird place. So whoever comes in has got an interesting job on their hands.
Keith Pelley outside the door with the ding dong and holding up the signs. I tried my best. We took the Arab money. Now
we didn't.
Now the PGA Tour's screwed. I've always loved you, Rory.
Whose door is he at?
I have no idea. I was trying to build off the Love Actually reference.
Is it Keira Knightley's door? Just holding all these random signs. Who are you? Why have you got blue glasses?
I'm doing Bend It Like Beckham too.
So yeah, he's gone. So we'll be following that. We'll see who kind of comes in. On to the PGA Tour and the Sony, and it was Grayson, wasn't it? Oh boy,
Grayson Murray, yeah.
Who actually? I read a little bit of I didn't see much of this event. I did read up a bit about him afterwards. He's obviously gone through a bit of turmoil in the last few years. He's on the sober trail after, I think it wasn't that long ago. He was saying like he missed the cut and had a 4-day anxiety attack and basically just locked himself in his room.
Crazy.
After just drinking like during the round and obviously not being in a great place. So it's good to see him out the other side of it and kind of speaking pretty openly about it as well, which can't be easy in itself.
Yeah, did they have a yellow chair for him to have this conversation?
They didn't.
They didn't. No. The PGA Tour have not discovered the yellow chair. Yeah.
IKEA.
They don't know what IKEA is yet.
No. They really don't know anything about it.
But it was a good putt to win, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Very good putt in the playoff.
I think he really hit it close on the 18th to get into the playoff as well, and then hold it. That was another left to right breaker, very Tommy-esque type of putt. His celebration was a little bit more fist bump.
Yeah.
He was jacked up that.
Did he turn around and look at the camera while it was still rolling?
No. Are you referencing Tommy's chip?
I am.
Okay.
Deep cut Ryder Cup reference. It was good. I mean, again, like the PGA Tour, these start of the season events, I'm kind of feeling hard to get invested.
Yeah.
But for us, it's a little bit different as well because the time difference is so big.
Yeah.
That's why it's people often comment like, "You guys don't watch any PGA Tour." Yeah, because we're bloody asleep. The whole thing happens while we're in bed. That's why we don't get to watch all of it unless we stay up ridiculously late.
In all fairness, this was Hawaii. Like you've got no excuse for like when it's in Connecticut or something. But just because you're in bed at 8.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's your claim. Is like I'm asleep at 8:30.
Do you know what's mad is that we were having a like work-related group chat conversation maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and I said to myself, right, I'm not going to reply now because I'm getting into bed, and I looked at my clock, it was 7:30. I was like, God, what am I doing? I literally said to Lauren, I need to do something because that's earlier than I put my kids to bed sometimes.
Or have you got to the point where your kids are putting you to bed?
That's what I was about to say,
Daddy, do you need to go
Come
to
on,
bed?
Daddy, you get sleepy now.
Help me upstairs.
I've eaten too much pasta and bread. Let's go to sleep.
Should go on a run, late night run, mate.
Yeah. Salford.
Yeah, I love Salford.
Yeah,
we got a little route. We got a route.
We got a route.
There'd be some added incentive. Running for your life.
Running away from someone.
We don't all live in the dids. Like,
Yeah.
Well, what can I say?
It's quite a nice run, the kids.
Yeah, it's a good run.
When I go for a late night run, people run away from me. So
Who's that angry bearded man running towards me?
who's this stomping behind me?
Are they FootJoys? Yes.
What, in the cleats clacking off the streets?
Why's he got his clubs on his back, weirdo?
Oh, dear.
Go on, do it. I dare you, try it.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay, let me think of what.
No, I'm just gonna go straight onto it.
Okay.
The biggest... Oh, no, not the biggest backtrack, but a slight contradiction in opinion, some would say.
Yeah.
As Tiger Woods takes to YouTube to film a YouTube video with foreplay. And I think he's done very well. I think it's like 1.5 million views in
I'll check
a few
it
days.
out.
I would like to think it would do okay.
Yeah, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You'd be pretty miffed off if that wasn't a 1 out of 10.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to throw
So
it.
can we re-optimize it? It's really struggling.
It's just the best ball of 2024 is just holding on at the minute. Can we get it over that, please?
1.6.
1.6. Yeah,
Just
that's
doing-
not too bad.
Just doing okay numbers.
1.6 million.
See, so honestly, I'm like, this is one of the questions that we need to be asking ourselves next year, probably.
What's that?
How do we
Getting
get
Tiger on.
Not so much getting Tiger, but if you have a look around what's happening certainly this point of the year with, let's say, Grant, with Micah, with Foreplay, with GoodGood, who are all signed deals to equipment companies.
Yeah.
Like they're filming with these people and getting all these amazing opportunities.
Let's think about it. We've had this conversation before. Would you rather sign with a club company and get access to these players, or continue to do club reviews that people trust?
It's a great question.
It's a great question, but I would say that's kind of weighted in one direction there, mate.
Well, no, it's not. I'm genuinely interested in your answer.
The question is would I rather do videos which is good, honest club reviews that give the independent advice that we pride ourselves on? Mm-hmm. Or do you want to film with Tiger Woods?
But then that's also like that's to the nth degree of like either side of it. Like,
and I'm gonna give these two like
you're in the scales.
If you're listening to this, I'm weighing these two options in my hand, and now I'm pointing at the camera because this is the most important thing. Which one of these videos are people going to want to watch more?
Yeah.
However, if you think about it, if this is your club review hand,
Okay.
right? There's probably 10 of these,
Right.
Are those 10 videos going to do more than that one video?
Depends where I play.
But that should be
August.
2 or 3, hopefully. You'd hopefully get like 3 players that you get videos of rather than...
Yeah.
Because like we're seeing this with the club manufacturers now. Is obviously they want people to review their products, but getting brand recognition, it's not just about that. You know, if they can get a creator to film with, like, granted with Colin Morikawa the other day, which I think that video's done really well as well. I've not actually watched that one yet. Is that more valuable to them than actually just like a club review?
But yeah, potentially. I mean, it's all about even for the players. Like, it's a great opportunity to just like present themselves, get that personality across that you definitely don't see on like a day-to-day basis watching like the tour. The only thing I would say, and this is no like disrespect to Grant's stuff, and obviously he's done really, but the Nelly one was a 4-hole match, you know, in comparison to like what we expect now with like big 18 holes or whatever. And then the Colin one was basically Colin caddied for him and hit shots from I think like 50 yards in or something. So as I can say again, amazing like opportunity and like really good video, and Sky did a great job like with the edit and all this kind of stuff. But like, is that good enough to what you would want in access? Like, would it need to be a case of, okay, well, we go to a Callaway or a TaylorMade, but if we are going to go and we want to film with a player, it needs to be 9 holes minimum, or even 18 holes.
Yeah, I would guarantee that it wasn't Grant who said, "Can we just do 4 holes?"
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know he would have gone in with the full whole hog of I want to play him over 18 holes.
No, we're playing 72 holes over the course of an entire week.
And same with that Tiger one. Like, they only had 15 minutes of him, but they just like did not stop recording.
Yeah.
Like, they just.
Oh yeah,
as soon
you
as
want
he
all
got there,
15 minutes.
as soon as he got there, it was an uncut, like just changing of the angles. I think they had 3 different angles and a drone up. Like, they were just there, already set, and then it was Tiger sort of going through each of them in terms of like
what thing do you want to fix?
What things do you want to fix?
Yeah.
And then it was like that long drive, and he's that was the clutch bit of like him just sort of going on his knees and then doing it. Like, it's just it was
like,
it was really cool.
We know how this works. Like, we fully understand that they would have gone back to Grant and said, "Oh, you've actually only got half an hour with Nelly. You've got to do something." But like, fair enough. That's kind of what you have to do. But again, we're talking about the scales of the caliber of videos. Is it worth having that kind of complete creative license over those 5 to 10 club reviews you're going to do? Or do you chance it with the fact you might get 3 videos with some really cool names, but are they really kind of what you want them to be? It's tricky, isn't it?
They're never going to be what you want them to be because what you want.
But we could get there though.
No, but what I'm saying is, what you want is you want to do 18 holes, me versus Tiger, but you also want to have a hole in one on the video.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course, yeah.
You want Tiger to hit like a 380-yard drive. You want to do it at Augusta. Then you want all 20 clips that you make from that video to all go viral.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, sure.
If you put it at either end of the scale, then where we're putting those players is not even at the top end.
Yeah. But it's also what you sort of value, and I think I'll let you sort of go with that, Pete. But I think you really enjoy like doing the club reviews, and that's the also thing as well, is that because your club reviews are so creditable and like people love them and people will use them to whether they're going to actually buy clubs, like it's just whether you want to lose that. It's that side of it, isn't it? It's like
just for if you are going to say, but the other thing as well, like almost not considering, is the fact that we then would also lose Build My Bag as well.
Yeah.
Because then you're restricted to the fact that it's okay. Well, I'm using a full bag of TaylorMade clubs.
Build My
Bag driver. Oh, it's TaylorMade again.
The driver.
yeah. It's Cobra again.
It's tough.
There's things further outside than just the club reviews that almost they lose that element of. There's no point doing it because they know what is going to be, unless you did what's in the bag.
It would completely change our sort of content strategy sort of thing. Really.
Yeah.
Okay, question for you. We've got 15 minutes with Tiger.
Okay.
What would your 15-minute video idea be? You've literally got 15 minutes. And then secondly, if we were going to do the same thing that those guys did, where they were like, fix something for me, please, oh Lord of Swing, what would you have him fix? What would your video idea be, and what would you have him fix?
Put me on the spot on it.
Yeah.
Is Tiger in a functioning ability to hit golf balls, or
he was like he was now.
Yeah. Well, I know, it's just he only clipped a couple away, didn't he? He wasn't like a.
Oh yeah, but you got 15 minutes with him. He'll do whatever you ask him to do.
Which is wild, by the way. When you actually think of that.
Stinger dunk tank challenge.
I don't think 15 minutes is long enough for a 250-yard challenge video. Can't do that. Probably need half an hour for that one. Wouldn't you say?
No, I reckon we could.
We can
rack
do
it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that then.
Bear in mind with Tiger as well, or with any tour pro. Let's say you got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And you set it up and said, okay, so this is what we're going to do. Start at 250 yards away, closest to the pin. You go 1-0 up, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If we were getting to 15 minutes and we had 3 shots to go, and it was like he was leading by 1.
Yeah, he would keep going.
Of course he would.
That's so true.
Yeah, there's not a chance.
Yeah,
that he's
you definitely
like,
bank on the back of their competitiveness for sure.
And 15 minutes is up.
It's like, no.
Yeah, he's definitely not counting, is he?
He'd be like getting to the top of his swing on like the 4th go. That's 15 minutes.
Time. Klaxon goes off.
Let's go to the club. See you later.
No, that's true. Yeah, no, I think either way, whatever the content idea would be, it's just what can I do to get Tiger Woods hitting as many golf balls on our video?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't, even if it was literally him going through his range session and he just whacked balls away. Like, I just want to get on camera, on a video, as many times as possible Tiger Woods hitting a golf ball.
I would have him do a 15-minute. I would have him do Guess the Player with us.
Even he wouldn't have got the one for Tiger last year.
I think, I don't know. If it's as many shots as possible, I don't know, maybe a hole in one.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Something like that.
Par 3.
Set him up on the par 3, yeah.
But if he does his entire pre-shot routine, he's only hitting about 6 shots in 15 minutes, isn't he?
Yeah. No, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
He'll get into it.
And what would you have him fix?
For me?
Yeah, all of us.
I don't know. Help me be more consistent with the driver, I guess.
Okay, boring. Kieran?
Aim.
Kieran, I don't want to.
I don't know if Tiger can fix that.
I don't want to break this to you. I reckon Tiger might have a look and go.
Actually, I've changed my content idea. It would to get Tiger to watch Kieran hit golf balls.
Like, Tiger knows a lot about the golf swing. I think it would he'd literally explode. He won't be able to compute it.
He'd be like, no, that hole. Yeah, I'm aiming that hole. No, that one there. Pete, what would you have him fix? Between your ears?
Nah, to be honest, well, I'd want him to be all of my short game.
Yeah.
But what made the most exciting video, would it?
I'd put him in the I'd put myself in the trees where I normally end up off the tee and be like, dude, do one of those things that you do.
Whip it around a tree.
through the gate, all of that. That'd be so
Depends
good.
where we were as well. Maybe like if we were on a course where he hit a good shot, like maybe try and recreate it, something like that.
Yeah.
Where was that one that he was in the bunker and he like slung it round in the dark? Where was that?
That's in Mexico, I think.
Was it? Oh right, yeah, maybe.
We might be in Mexico.
Well, yeah, but,
You never know. Listen,
You never know.
if we're talking
Stars
about
align.
these pie in the sky ideas, why not?
Yeah,
Let's put us in
yeah.
Mexico.
Speaking of pie in the sky ideas. If you're not watching on YouTube, Peter Finch just coughed directly in my face.
Trying to hold that in, wait, bit of pie got caught.
Good Lord. I now have whatever you have.
That camera must be quite tight on their faces. If there's like a slow-mo or something, a bit reaction to that.
Came from nowhere. I'm so sorry.
You ruined my segue as well, you joker.
So next week's podcast is cancelled because of an outbreak in the...
We've already got one of us off sick.
Where were we?
Pie in the sky ideas.
Yes.
The GoodGood tournament. We may have seen a small announcement on socials this week about your potential participation in said tournament. Talk us through it. What's happening?
So, GoodGood are having the first ever, as far as I'm aware, they're live streaming a golf event. And that's going to be on the 7th of Feb, I want to say.
Yep.
It's in about 3 weeks on Wednesday.
About.
I've said yes. We're going to be going. So I don't know who I'm going to be partnered up with yet. Pretty sure it's like a scramble format. It's over 18 holes. The golf course looks interesting. We've actually driven past it before.
Oh, really?
When we're in Arizona. It's like, it's not a long course, but it's 18 holes floodlit.
Cool.
So that's what's going to be looking very cool about this thing.
Yeah.
So they're not going to have to do live traces because it's all going to be floodlit.
God, that's 4-dimensional, isn't it?
Now, I've not actually watched it, but I know that they did a test live stream on a short course as well, with Garrett like getting a hole in one after about 3 and a bit hours. So that was, for me, an understanding of how they're going to test it. So that's obviously been a success by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
And then we're pretty
I think
sure
they've done another one on top of that. I think they actually did like a 2v2 or something already on their channel as a live stream.
Listen, it's something which has been a challenge to try and figure out how to do, because you need to do a live broadcast. You need a lot of people to like make it happen. A lot of people to monitor stuff. A lot of people to film. Everything's got to be planned out to a very fine degree. So obviously they have that infrastructure now, and they're really kind of forging ahead and trying to make this work. And I'm pretty excited to be a part of it, really. What we're going to try and do is combine this with a few other things. So we're going to go over there. Yes, we're going to be playing in this tournament, but we're also going to be trying to play some local courses. I think we might actually be starting in California and then traveling down to Arizona. So we're going to try and get quite a bit done within this kind of 2-week period, well, 1.5 week period with that.
And you said it's a pairs setup. Have you seen the comments on I think, was it a short or what was the video where Pete announced it? It might have been on Instagram, actually. You said that you were going to go and play in it, and all the comments below are like, who are you going to play with? Give us your top 3 ideal to be in your pair. Because
Tiger.
Yeah. No, from the YouTube world. Well, he's in the YouTube world now. Lots of people are saying that you and Fryer should team up because it's prep for Sunningdale.
Yeah, so I'm not playing at Sunningdale.
Oh, we're not doing that anymore?
No.
Okay.
So Sunningdale Folsom's in March. We are currently booked in to do something else in March.
We are.
We are.
Oh, no, we are.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to that.
Yeah, so unfortunately won't be playing at Sunningdale, but I'm quite excited about where we are going to play. So
Would you take Fryer?
Yeah, probably. Although the last time I played in a pairs event with him, PJ Forball, like he wasn't invested. So
when his interest is not in what he's doing, then
he's gone. He's gone. Like it just wasn't a healthy atmosphere. I was like trying to G him up, and it just wasn't working. No. I think the first putt he had on the first green, there was a bit of a bobble. And it was like, what these screens? What are we even doing it?
Yeah.
Like, why are we even playing?
Yeah.
Flicked a switch in his head.
Yeah, straight away. I don't know, to be honest. I think this is one thing where I've said I'm going to be available. I've put a few suggestions forward to the organisers.
Who did you say?
I'm not going to say. But honestly, whoever whoever I'm with, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be an interesting kind of experience to see exactly how this is done as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's
It's
definitely
okay.
gonna
You
give us
keep
quite a few
your
ideas.
cards close to your chest.
No, I will do. Don't you worry about
There's
that.
not long to wait, so we'll
Yeah,
find
that's
out-
true.
find out
Actually,
very soon.
Yeah, it's only a couple of weeks now.
Let's put it this way. I'm not going there to make up the numbers.
I would like to think that would be the case as well.
The suggestions I've put in is for a win.
Yes. Come on.
I've basically broken down all the good videos over the last 2 years, done an analysis on who the best golfers are from a strokes gained
Perspective,
standpoint,
Yeah.
and then I've put them in that order.
Colin.
Morikawa.
I think Colin was going to have his hands full that day.
Yeah, that's true. Of camera.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. But I'm excited to get over that. I'm excited to see what it's all going to be about as well. So, and it's going to be our first proper trip of the year, which is not coming too soon. Let me tell you. I'm getting a little bit
fed up with
I'm
it.
getting a little bit fed up with this weather right now.
Yeah, it's not great, I will say.
You spent the weekend in Blackpool. You had a nice time.
yeah,
By the
took my-
beach.
That's not a beach.
So
It's not a beach.
no.
we went to Blackpool because it was my mum's birthday,
Oh,
and she wanted to walk down they've done a decent job of the whole kind of
Promenade, yeah.
promenade, from the tower all the way kind of down the coast there. So it's a decent flat walk.
Walk.
Listen, I'm from Preston, so anytime I go to Blackpool,
Did you have to holy water or something and just cleanse yourself and
Yeah.
Just don't touch anything.
Wow, you're not going to be invited to Blackpool.
Yep.
Faldo. Blackpool.
who else? Someone else as well.
Someone else, I can't remember. People who I've annoyed who would never be on the channel.
Oh, it's oh yeah.
But yeah, it was absolutely freezing. So that doesn't change. Honestly, the weather over here at the moment is just so depressing.
It was a beautiful day though. Beautiful weekend in terms of actually being a nice crisp winter's day. It's lovely.
Perfect for a fast walk or a run.
Fast walk, paddle, football, whatever you want.
Listen, I'm not denying that a nice sunny crisp winter's day isn't pleasurable. We had this at Hesketh when we went the other day.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful crisp morning. The ground was frozen. This is not ticking my golfing lists to make it a lovely, pleasurable experience.
Speaking of Hesketh.
Of where?
Hesketh.
That's what I call it, actually. Hesketh. There's that video's coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, tomorrow when this is out.
Oh, right. I was going to say.
Good Lord, I've not finished it.
Well, yeah, I've not done the traces for it yet. You haven't sent me them.
Okay, I'll get you traces today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not sending him the traces yet?
No, I've not sent him the traces yet. I only finished the edit on Friday.
Damn.
Good Lord.
I was about to say,
Do you know what? It'd be
Jesus,
so
I
much
thought
easier if you hit it straight. So don't tell me that I've not done the traces. When you could have made the trace, I could have drawn a straight line if you hit it straight.
That
on every
doesn't
single
make
one.
any
Straight
sense.
line on
It doesn't make
keynote.
any
Yeah,
sense.
just keynote traces all day.
Yeah, we're not doing any keynote traces from now on.
Cool.
This is 2024. We're not messing around with keynote traces.
Well, you wait. There'll be one. You put out a call for questions on social.
I did, yeah.
Hit us.
Okay, great. Some great questions this week.
Well enough,
A big one, this one could not be sort of missed. And we've got a lot of the same sort of topics of this. What are the benefits and disadvantages of being a member of a golf club? Because we're getting a lot of
Who here is a member of a golf club?
one person.
So you answer the question.
yeah, well, they don't want to hear my
No, of course they do.
But no, they were saying that obviously with the weather at the moment and the fact that they've obviously paid £1,000 or maybe not that much, £800 to be a member at this course, and 3 months of the year they can't even play it. So
Yes.
there's that sort of element of am I being done over here a little bit? That sort of thing. But what would be your view on it? My view is that you get this sense of community and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same people playing on a Saturday. Hi Terry, hi John.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hi, John.
That's my favourite bit.
Yeah, I love it.
When you've taken us to Disbury, people are like, "Hey, Kieran, you going out?" And you're like, "These people all know each other."
Yeah.
No, I mean, again, I'll just say my quick piece on it is, and I think it's probably the point of why this question's been asked, is that I am very much in the process of looking to join somewhere, and in particular, obviously, I've looked at places like Didsbury and Chorlton and Northern and Withington and all, everywhere around sort of in the area. But how good are the golf courses going to be for these first 2 months of the year? Am I better off holding off and going and doing, pay per play kind of thing in places that are open and they can be used? But the big thing for me will be is that I am stopping playing cricket this year to play more golf, but I don't want to lose the competitive side of playing sport in the switch over. So the beauty of joining a golf club for me would be able to then go and play on a Saturday and play in the comps and have that element of putting my game in pressurized points to as much as it can be for me.
Yeah.
I'm not playing in the Masters, but the ability, I think, as well, to see how much I can improve my golf, not only just playing more, but playing in competitions and playing in situations where I need to play well and been pressurized.
Mm-hmm. Peter Finch?
Tricky.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one. Mostly because the actual cost of joining a club now for full memberships pretty consistent. It's like $1,000 to about 1,200 quid.
Yeah. So I did research because I knew this was coming up, and also I'm in the situation that you're in, where I'm like, I've never been a member of a golf club in my entire life. I've played golf for enough time now that I think I should probably join one in the next couple of years. Let's look at the prices: 800, 12 to about 1,200 are the 7-day prices.
So it's all pretty consistent, and it's very situational, and very based on geography. But certainly around Manchester, around the northwest, it's wet a lot of the year, especially from November through to Feb. If your course is open in that time, which isn't a guarantee, the chances are it's not going to be in the type of condition that's going to get you wanting to be there more than is absolutely necessary. Especially the courses around where we live, a lot of them are around floodplains. So as soon as the river starts to get high, it is very wet. You're playing off mats, a lot of temporary greens. So you're paying for a yearly membership. And the same with my dad's course over in Preston. He's paying for a yearly membership, but in effect, maybe getting 8 months out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there is that. You do have to question that. So you'd be saying, okay, so I'm paying 1,200 quid to be a member of this club for a year. What could I do with that money to go play at different places?
Yeah, so the things I have found which may combat that a little bit are partner courses. So if you join Didsbury, you also the
reciprocals as well.
Yeah, so they're paired. So maybe, this isn't the case, but maybe they're paired with someone somewhere else in the country
that is dry,
where it's dry,
yeah.
Or it's a bit more sandy and linksy, so it doesn't matter so much if it gets rained on, or that one of them's open, or there's enough holes on it open for you to go and play 9 or whatever. You can go and play at those other courses. So I think that would be a little bit of a solve to that. And the other thing is that during that 8-month period when it is open, you have to rinse it.
Play a lot.
So you're getting your money's worth.
That's what I was going to say. You play on a, most of them will play once or twice on a Saturday, Sunday, and then also midweek. So you're looking at 3-4 times in that week. And the ease of just going to the same place, you rock up, you don't pay anything because you're already a member.
Yeah, you're done, yeah.
And, it's that sort of side of it.
It's the same thing. It depends how much you're going to use it. If you're going to be a consistent player once a week, then yes, it makes sense to join somewhere. If you're playing golf properly, once every 2 weeks or once a month, probably makes sense to save that money and just go about and experience some different courses.
Yeah.
Some really, really good. Green fees have gone up in price, but you can still play some amazing courses for decent money. So it all depends, like you say, if you want that competition, if you want that handicap, you want that kind of feeling of being in that club environment. For me, I personally still think that's a good thing. My question would be would I want to do it at a course where I know I'm not going to be playing for 4 months of the year?
Yeah.
That's the only toss-up for me. But if you've got the cash and you can invest in it, then I still think it's a really good, positive thing to do.
We'd be really interested in how much your membership is. If you're a golf member at a golf club, please put in the comments below how much your membership is and if you think it's worth it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that, especially for the younger, for me at the moment, I'm not really feeling the impact of a £1,200 membership.
That's what I was just going to say the same.
So, at the moment, it's that.
Not because. No, hold on. That sounded like you were so rich it didn't matter. What you actually mean is that
a touch of the sides.
yours is drastically reduced because of your age.
Yeah. So Didsbury's full membership is about 900. Mine's 300 because of the age I'm. So 24. So
which doesn't help if you start golf when you're 31.
Yeah. So Yeah, it's also the cheapest in Manchester. So.
Next question.
So get younger and then go buy one. That's the reason.
Exactly. Yeah. Just lie about
Benjamin Button it.
Lie about your age. Next one
Your age,
is
there you go.
4-dimensional.
so the next question is a question for the open question. I recall you mentioning wanting 2024 to be more focused on accuracy as opposed to distance. With Quest for the Open coming back, will that change at all, or is it a Quest-inspired change?
It is. Who asked the question?
This is Saucy Roy.
Saucy Roy.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure that Saucy Roy got a shout out.
Saucy Roy.
It is Quest inspired. Well, it's more tournament inspired. So it's kind of like a case of being, well, last year I was very much focused on driver being the longest possible, which is why I was using a 6-degree Stealth 2, like plus. It was just like, it was super long. It went
just pure
miles
vibes last year.
Yeah, it was just like, I'm going to swing as hard as I possibly can at this driver and hopefully it goes a long way.
Yeah.
If it misses the course, you know what? I can deal with it. If I'm playing in tournaments, if I start missing the course, we're going to have a little bit more of an issue. So I'm focused on a driver which is going to give me that balance between forgiveness, accuracy, and distance this year. And I got to be honest, I think there's quite a few in contention.
Oh, yeah.
So not even just the driver, but also like throughout the bag. I mean, the irons were a big talking point in 2023 because obviously we went for something that no one had seen before. They were beautiful. They were unbelievably made. Like the story behind them is great, but they just didn't offer you the forgiveness that you sometimes need on a golf course. So you're going to go more forgiving in the irons, more forgiving in putter, like everywhere.
Listen, it's not that my Itaboris didn't offer much forgiveness. It's that they offered as much forgiveness as a 1920s headmistress. Like they gave nothing back.
Yeah.
So it and
as someone who grew up in the 1920s, you know that?
I've heard the stories.
Just aged yourself there.
And it's just, I'm looking for something. I mean, with the wedges, for example, and with the shorter irons, like I can still play a better players club there. You know, I'm accurate and consistent enough with those clubs to make the most out of them. But as soon as that club starts getting longer, that's where I'm going to be looking for that extra bit of forgiveness.
Nice combo set for
I was
you.
going to say, that sounds like a bit of a split set vibe.
Potentially, but it's more, certainly with some of the irons that I've been testing recently, I'm hitting the wedge, for example, further because loft-wise, it's kind of like a 9-iron. So if I was to go down that route, then I'd need some extra wedges, and then that would. It's kind of figuring out how to build a bag which has a lot of different functions. But at the heart of it will allow me to still play better golf if I'm not striking it well.
My new set of irons I've just bought are a split set. If you want to.
God, he literally couldn't wait to talk about these irons.
Want to have them in? Or
right, so you may have seen last year we did a video. Was it mid-handicap irons?
It was just for all, like the best clubs for all ranges of handicaps.
And one of the sets in that video was a Nike Vapor Pro.
Yep. But it was the combo set, yeah.
And Jacob fell in love with them while we were filming and actually spoke to Golf Bidder and bought them. I think that might be the first time in our company's history that someone has bought one of the clubs from Golf Bidder because they liked it so much.
Yeah.
And now, next time you see Jacob playing golf in and around the area or on the channel, he'll be knocking out those bloody
slapping
Nikes.
it around, and in 3 months' time, I'll go back to my P790s.
Can you post them on social so we can all see them, please?
Yeah. I
We'll
can do that.
We'll repost on the rough cut. Yeah, lovely.
No one's following me.
Okay.
Excellent. Well done.
Right, the final one. This is from Lee Harrison. What do you think golf can do to make it more enticing for a younger audience?
Get rid of dress code.
Okay.
I'll just look at you picking your mic up for that reason.
He loves it. He loves picking the mic up. Get rid of the dress code.
Yeah.
Get rid of...
Within reason.
I don't know. Maybe in the summer, like, you should be able to wear a T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Why are you just pushing it too far now?
I know. Ridiculous.
God,
If you're playing in a tournament, maybe turn up as if you're playing at a sporting event. If you're going for a walk with your kids on a golf course. Yes, there we go. I think they should do that. I think there needs to be a massive, well, not massive because it's definitely coming much more to the fore, like a focus on women's golf, a focus on golf for kids, and things need to get slightly cheaper. Peter Finch.
Yeah. No, go on, Pete. You...
Listen, this is a question which has been asked for a long time. And I don't think there's any particular straightforward answer to it. I think cost is a barrier, but at the same time, so cost is a barrier, and obviously if you get it for cheaper, it's more likely that more people are going to get involved. But it's not just the cost of a membership. It would then be the cost of the clubs. It would then be the cost of the lessons. Everything would have to come down in price. Now, why would golf want to do that if their current kind of catchment of people are willing to pay those prices? It's a decision that you'd say, okay, I'm making this for the future, but at the same time, there's not, if you look at golf as like a business overall, there's not many businesses that would say, okay, so I'm earning this much money off people. Why would I then drop the price that these people are already paying just to get more people involved, when in fact, if I just stay at this price, those people who might be interested in golf anyway, they're going to come play.
They're still going to do it, yeah.
They're going to come play at some point. And if you're a golf club, it's kind of difficult to say, you know what, I'm going to focus on getting more people into golf. That's going to be my main goal, my main business. Driving ranges do this quite a lot. And there are some courses around, certainly in the Northwest, that do that. But it is a case of making everything cheaper, making it more accessible. And the fact is, a lot of golf clubs aren't interested in doing that.
Yeah, no one wants to be the cheapest, because then you're seen as, not high quality. It's about walking that line, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a question that is hard to answer, but I don't feel like many people are really doing. No one wants to make that first step of like, all right, I'm going to take the leap here and I'm going to proper drop my prices.
Yeah.
Well, PSG kind of maybe done it. I don't know whether they've done that for a reason of wanting to get more people buying their products, or these sort of things.
Yeah,
it was.
PSG aren't bothered about.
Yeah, they don't care about more people playing. They just want more rich people.
They just want more. Yeah.
It has to be golf wide. I think like you can't just have it as a case of a club in Manchester's like doing an initiative to help. Like obviously that stuff is really great, and for like the local area and community that works really well. But for it to be if we're talking of getting the youth everywhere involved, then the R&A and places like this, they have to make a decision to say like, this is what we're going to do for all golf clubs are going to offer this rate for under 20s or something.
Even better, golf should be part of PE in schools.
Yeah. That was literally what I was about to say.
If you go back there, if you're going all the way down to like grassroots level, yeah, exactly. I mean, you see it's done with football, it's done with cricket. The
reason the US dominates in the golf world is because they do it at high school and college, and we don't.
But one of the reasons that they do very well, for a start, the courses that they can have access to, generally they're a little bit sunnier. That does help. The fact is that a lot of people, a lot of pros who come through, they're not coming from backgrounds where they don't have access to these courses. Like it seems in the UK sometimes there is that barrier of even getting the access to the golf course. And also like it's just, I don't know enough about it to like come up with a comprehensive plan, but it's not just about cost. It's not just about cost, because there's so many kind of golf clubs. I remember we went to Southern S kind of quite a few years ago now. It's in Scotland. It's kind of Dumfries. And they offered free membership to juniors.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
They didn't have a junior section. So they were offering free membership and said they weren't getting any juniors in. So it's not just about like offering it for free. It's not about offering it at a low cost, because a lot of junior memberships are quite cheap. It's about who's already there.
Yeah.
Does the club want that junior section? Do you have a group of kids who you can play with, who you can make friends with, who are actually going to encourage you to keep on playing? Yeah. Is the pro bothered about it? There's a whole host of things which are necessary.
So the other thing I've thought also, which is like comes out of personal experience, is that Ezra would quite like to go and play golf, like quite a lot. Whenever
Ezra being your son,
Ezra, my 6-year-old, had to work out how old he was then. Was that, did we do? Yeah, we did 6. Great. He often talks about coming here. He's like, can we go to the studio and hit? And I'm like, I mean, it's a half an hour drive from the house or whatever, so it's pretty accessible. And thanks to working here, it's makes it available to us, which is amazing. But I can't go and he can't go and join a golf club because I can't afford to go and join a golf club. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I can't pay 1,200 quid to join the club and take him. Yeah. And I can't very well take him and leave him there. So like,
I'll pick you up at 8.
Should there then be some initiative where if you are a parent of a young golfer or someone who wants to get into golf, then they make it more accessible for the parents to come and do it. And
yeah, I mean, that's you just saying that. I mean, the summer holidays, that's literally what my dad used to do.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Just used to go to the golf club where I was a member. Bear in mind, like, you don't need to be a member of a club if your kid is, but just like literally drop me off in the morning. There was kids already there to play with. Just left me.
Just let them do what you want. Yeah. Different time as well.
Different time.
That's what my mum used to do that as well.
I think like even if you just go even further back of deciding of like, okay, well, because in this country naturally at our age growing up, you know, it was all about football. Really, that was kind of like 1A, and then you might have like, depending on what part of the world you're from, your rugby leagues and unions and cricket and things like that.
Hockey as well. Lots, depending on what school you went to. Yeah,
and it's just kind of there's where in the pecking order is golf in regards to like that's the one I want to go play. So in a sense, it's almost maybe like the image of golf generally just has to get changed over the next sort of 5-10 year period with things like. No, not, you know, lackadaisical dress senses and, you know, just doing whatever you want, wear what you want kind of thing. And the people that we now see on television, like your Rorys and Tigers and stuff like that, and having those people that you watch and look at and be like, that's who I want to be, outside of, I want to be the next David Beckham, I want to be the next Cristiano Ronaldo, I want to be the next Lionel Messi, whatever it might be. The decision to play golf, and I know this was from my case, is that I never even thought about it. It was only because my grandparents played. But I was already done with my football, with my cricket. That was it, me done. It's only till later in life that I've then decided, okay, well, now this is when I want to do it. And I think that I've found that a lot with my friends recently who were the same as me and now absolutely love golf and they're addicted to it and they can't get enough of it. Yeah. But they started playing 3 months ago at 27 and they've just now decided now's the time to do it.
Yeah, it's when you realise you're not going to be a Premier League footballer. You're like, what sport can I still mildly compete at? There's no handicaps.
Like your dad would have found when he was playing, and like even for you, like you said, like you played a bit of football and then turned to golf. But
like football was my first kind of sport. That's what I wanted to do. Like that's what I wanted to do. Like golf was kind of came secondary. Yeah, and like football is a really good example because football is so accessible because all you need is a ball.
Yeah, that's so true.
Like you can play football wherever.
We grew up playing in a church car park.
Exactly. That's literally all you need.
Like it was the garage door was the goal for me. Like it's just
jumpers for goalposts.
Literally, So it's so simple to actually pick up and to get used to, and it's everywhere as well. You know, you can watch it pretty much wherever you want as well. I know like Premier League stuff's behind a bit of a paywall with Sky, but there's always access to clips you can watch. And golf has only realistically started to come into that field. Where people can like watch it via YouTube, via clips and all the rest of it.
But let's say they're watching it through YouTube, they're not really watching it for the actual professional element of it. We could do a whole podcast on this.
It's good,
But it's way like it's such a complicated kind of subject, and to try and understand it, because these are the questions which have been asked forever about golf. But you know what? There's a lot of other sports.
How many times though has it been asked, but then nothing's done off it? Like I think it's almost like put out there, but actually, where's the like?
So we're announcing Pete's new series, Peter Finch Solves Golf.
Can't wait.
Yeah, be good to know what your comments are as well, and like drop it down in the comments and let us know.
Definitely.
Should we have a little game?
Yes. Let's play run the guess the player. Let's do it.
Welcome to the 2024 Rough Cut Open, the game where your knowledge of golf history is more important than your ability to actually hit the ball. How the game works. At the end of each episode, I describe the life and career of a famous golfer, and after each clue, these accomplished professionals write down who they think it is. However many hints it takes them to get home is how many shots they took on that hole. So, if you get a par 5 after just 4 clues, you would finish that hole in 1 under par. Here are the current standings. Let's rejoin the action as the players tee off.
Yes, welcome back to Guess the Player. This is hole 2 of round 2. It is a par 4. I don't know why there's a there. It's a par 4. There's plenty of them. There's more of them than anything else, weirdly enough.
Well, that's completely at the discretion of the course designer, I think you'll find.
Yeah. Actually, the back 9 is all par 3s.
So. I like that.
It's not. Don't get your hopes up. Okay, so you will have seen the intro with a bit of the rules, explanation. current standings will also have been in there. The Discord are playing against these 3 jokers this time around. So currently the Discord are 1 up because they're winning. Well done to last week's Discord player. This week's Discord player is Baden from Bolton.
Baden from Bolton.
Yeah, he works at Regent Park Golf Club in Bolton. Do you know this one?
Yes, I do. Sorry.
Yeah, excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should probably explain at this point very quickly like what Discord is. Because there's probably quite a few people who are like, what the hell is Discord?
If you want to be a little more involved in the content that you consume than just commenting on the channel, which of course we love for you to do, to comment on the videos, you can join the Discord. The link is below. And basically, Discord is like an online community where we will answer your questions. We'll chat about the tour. We'll chat about equipment releases. We'll chat about new videos. We'll put out questions to you guys. We'll show you funny stuff that we're getting up to. It's just a way of us continuing to communicate with you in the period between the main channel
and
videos.
Amongst yourselves as well.
And amongst yourselves as well, of
Find
course.
people to go play golf with.
Yeah. So you can find lots of new people who are also golf obsessed on the Discord channel, and it's in the description below. So do that. And if you really want to get involved, you could volunteer to play on behalf of the Discord in Guess the Player, and that is what Baden did. And here we are.
It's quite a bit of pressure, like actually doing a hole, isn't it? Because
he was
He's
feeling the pressure.
representing
Yeah,
almost over 1,000 people now. So
it's like you could have, if you have a shocker, like you've let the team down.
Luckily, he didn't have a shocker. So
didn't need to know that.
that was what are we 933 plus 60? Yeah, we're just over 1,000. So excellent work.
Great stuff.
1,000 other crazy people like us. So. Right, let's go. Shot number 1. Pretty short par 4.
Okay.
But the tee shot's blind.
Driver.
Right, driver.
Driver.
Water just short of the green. Maybe not.
Driver.
2-1.
Shot. Well done.
Slinging it.
Shot number 1. This player has 5 children. Shot number 1. This player has 5 children. And I'll tell you how our Discord player Baden did at the end of the hole. Because some people commented that this is match play now, and these boys shouldn't know what they're up against until right at the end. Keep pushing, lads.
5 children. Okay.
Yep. Shot number 2. Everyone got something down?
Yes,
Excellent.
I do.
Yep.
Shot number 2. This player has 13 PGA Tour wins and 1 major. His winning record on the PGA Tour started in 2010. However, this player won most recently in the year 2023. This player has 13 PGA Tour wins and 1 major. His winning record on the PGA Tour started in 2010. However, this player won most recently in the year 2023.
Great, clear that, mate.
Okay.
Very good.
Oh my God, Jacobs. Yeah, listen, you're supposed to wait for your playing
I
partners.
know. Well, yeah, I'm still I'm still aim pointing here. I'm throwing grass into the wind.
We're playing ready golf here.
I'm just trying to figure out.
You're the bloody Brooks of this round, aren't
Yeah.
you?
13.
Come on, Patrick, hurry up.
One last year.
Can't play so slow.
God, I don't know. It's a lot of kids, isn't it? That.
5 kids.
No. It's 13 kids and it's 13 kids and 5 PGA Tour wins.
Yeah, that's way too many kids. How do you cope with that?
I don't know. I don't have 13. I only have 2.
Maybe that's why he wins so much.
Yeah.
Hide the nannies.
Yeah. Okay. Get away from him.
God.
I'm gonna have to rush you. I'm gonna have to push you. You're on. What do they say to players who are taking too long? You're now on the clock. What do they say to them?
Don't know.
They got to Cantley and the Masters like, can't
Can you?
hurry up, bruv.
Can you?
Can you just whack it? It's over there.
Just hit it,
It's not
yeah.
that hard.
Okay. I'm struggling a little bit with this one, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know the name I've got down at least meets like 3 of the criteria, so that's good.
So 2 clues.
Yeah, but there's like the kids,
Oh, right, yeah,
the
the
major
kids.
win, and the
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
okay,
got
okay,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Where
like,
are we again?
I was so confused. I looked down. I was like, oh my God, have I read 3 already? Right, okay. Shot number 3 should be up kind of near the green by now. However, if you are short of this green, you're going to be in the drink. You'll be hitting an extra shot.
Might have chipped in. But
Shot number 3. On December 7th... What are you writing? Oh, don't doodle. You'll confuse the...
Doodling.
sorry.
He's
Oh,
doodling. He's
bloody.
doodling.
I'm sorry, we're not allowing practice putts on the greens. I'll begin again. Clue number 1. No, I'm kidding. Clue number 3. On December 17th, 2015, this player's wife was hospitalized by LeBron James when the then Cleveland Cavaliers star collided with her whilst trying to retrieve a loose ball.
Oh, right.
On December 17th, 2015, this player's wife was hospitalized by LeBron James when the then Cleveland Cavaliers star collided with her whilst trying to retrieve a loose ball. Now, you may have seen this in the news, but now you can't remember who it was.
Can you tell me where Cleveland is?
In Ohio. In the US
I
of
don't
America.
actually remember
I
seeing this.
I can picture this so clearly, and I can picture how shocked the golfer was when it happened, because it happened so quick, and it was criticised because he didn't throw out an arm to try and stop or protect.
Just let her whack into her.
I can see that look of concern, of shock
On a blurred face.
on a blurred face.
I'm gonna stay because I just don't know if I can remember if that was.
Oh my god, I'm gonna keep my guess as the one I had for number 2, and hopefully that blurred face becomes a bit sharp.
I'll go as well.
Okay, this is your par putt here. Should be tapping this in, rolling in like a 2-footer, not 3-putting it like Rory McIlroy. Shot number 4 for par.
Great clue, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That was a good clue.
I'm pretty happy with that one. Worded well as well. I might say so. Shot number 4. In 2023, this player completed the runner-up Grand Slam, which means he has finished second in all 4 majors. In 2023, this player completed the runner-up Grand Slam, which means he has finished second at all 4 majors.
Do you know which one? Can you say which one?
No, because then you know who it is.
Oh my god. Why?
Was it that person?
No, I don't know anymore. I'm so confused. It's been such a rough start to the week.
It is Monday. Peter's only had 9 coffees instead of 11, so that's why he's struggling. People are trying to play the game with you whining in the background.
Hey, these are great clues, by the way.
You know what?
These are the best sets of clues you've done.
I think clue-wise, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. This is very
really, these are not too vague, and they're brilliant.
There's enough detail in them.
Brilliant. Yeah, they're brilliant.
That you're like, oh my God, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
You know, it's so true what they say. You never remember the runner-up.
Yeah.
Well,
I can remember 3 of the runners-up.
This guy's writing notes over here. Have a little peek. You trying to write down who came second in each major?
I can remember US Open.
Yeah.
I can remember the Open, and I can remember PGA. Mm-hmm. No, sorry, the Masters, not PGA.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's the PGA one. But I don't remember this. I don't remember this person.
No, it can't be PJ.
No.
Can't be.
No.
Unless...
Because
Don't say anyone's names, please.
I know,
please
yeah.
don't give it away.
Unless he's...
No, because we all play against the Discord. Unless Victor Hovland has a really mysterious past.
I wasn't thinking of...
He came second.
Well, do you want to try and... Should we try and
He's got
name
5
them?
children. No, don't.
Oh.
No, don't. No. Victor Hovland has 5 children, so that does match.
So...
he's been a bout of it.
He impregnated everyone at the Ryder Cup.
It has to be the second at the Masters. It has to be. And it was... Oh my God! I feel like I just remembered him then, but no, I didn't.
Yeah, but you know who finished second at the Masters, no?
Yeah, but it wasn't just him.
Phil Mickelson.
Oh yeah, that's true. There could be some ties and.
Yeah, it was Brooksy Brooks.
These are some good clues on that.
The good clues on that.
I'm gonna keep it the same.
I think I'm gonna keep it the same, but I'm hoping that maybe he just got a T2 that I don't remember.
This is so annoying.
These clues are the perfect level of
I think
you could have got it, but it's.
Yeah, I think I did it. I did do it very slightly differently this time, so I'll continue on this vein if you like. If you like this type.
Yeah,
of
no, I like it.
Yeah, this is much better.
Okay,
much
excellent. Better. Great. Well, it took us 19 holes to work it out, but we're there.
Yeah, right,
okay, this is your bogey putt.
Yeah.
If you don't get it on this one, you are going to be. If you get it on this one, you're going to be over par for the hole. If you don't get it on this one, you're going to be 2 over. And that's the worst you can do on a hole. Shot number 5 of this par 4.
That's Pete's hat rubbing into the microphone.
Pete's hat rustling
You
the
don't
mic.
think you've got it, but you're just sticking.
I've not got it. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sticking. I don't know.
Shot number 5. This Australian style icon's mother is from the Philippines. This Australian style icon's mother is from the Philippines.
What?
Well, I definitely didn't get it right, but I think I've got it now. So.
Say it again.
Oh, you only get it twice.
No, come on.
This Australian style icon's mother is from the Philippines.
Come, that was like
Oh, right.
really easy for me now.
Right.
I think Discord's gonna have beaten us though.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I didn't know we had 5 children.
No, I didn't.
No,
No, I know what you're thinking.
no, you can't. No, I'm. You know what? I'm just giving everyone a head start on this round. I've not had a warm up.
Fair enough.
We know.
I didn't go to the range.
Okay. I
Right,
think
let's go.
we've got
Let's
a
go.
name.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Okay, shot number 6. This is me
No.
giving you the
Yeah, done
2
that.
over. Shot number 6. Working his way back to the front of the pack after years of battling chronic back pain, the Australian that isn't Adam Scott, 2023 Open Championship runner-up, Jason Day.
Oh my God! No!
Okay, what do we have?
I had
Jacob
Adam
took us
Scott.
out. You had Adam Scott.
It's your comment about the style icon was I thought was basically a diss on him being
But
a.
you're no, because I'm
Now I know, yeah, but
Because of Melbourne. He's with Melbourne
and
now.
he's won one.
And he's won a major.
so is Adam Scott.
Yeah.
That's
But Adam
what
Scott
he-
ain't got. Adam Scott's parents are both from Australia.
Wait, what did he finish
Yeah.
second in?
The Open.
Well done.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking Straka, but there was a few of them that were. I couldn't remember if Straka was second or.
Well, that was really good.
Yeah.
You know what? Very, very good
Really
clues
good
there.
clues, mate.
And
We've definitely lost.
He was T2. That was about 6 of them, weren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did the Discord get?
Eagle.
Straka, Day, Kim, and Ram all finished T2. The Discord 1 over.
Oh,
bogey.
That's okay.
Oh,
That's
well,
okay.
I
That's okay.
Still didn't get it, so don't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't get it at all.
I didn't get it.
double, yeah, everyone's
You
doubles.
double. Oh, the Discord won again.
Are we a team? I know. Are we a team?
No. You're playing as individuals
Oh, right.
also.
Okay.
So let's say that one of you was one of you had also got it in 1 over.
Yeah.
You and the Discord would both get a point.
Right. Okay.
So you're playing like a point scheme basically.
Okay.
Out of
Very good,
18. That went in the bin. You should get an extra shot.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well done, Discord. Excellent work, Baden from Bolton.
Very well.
I think you were right. It came
Yeah,
down
well, it was
to
a bit of a draw on that.
On the Australian, it came down to Adam Scott
Yeah.
or Jason Day.
I can't believe I didn't get the basketball one.
I don't see that.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that when you said the name, that would really spur something, but I don't even remember that.
I remember it so
I'm going to go
vividly,
search it after this.
Apart from,
His face.
oh my God.
Yeah, it was his wife. She basically, yeah. So LeBron James goes to get the ball. He doesn't defend her. He almost does this.
Yeah, he gets himself. Yeah,
he gets himself out of the way.
Yeah.
He takes her out, and she ends up in the Aussie.
Oh Jesus!
That's good.
Well, she's used to being in the hospital.
Well,
She's had 5
She's
kids.
knocking out 5 youths,
Let's
bro.
try and keep the
She's got-
clues
she's got her
light,
own ward by now.
like that. That was really.
That
good.
was very good, Mick. Congratulations on a
Well done,
very
this
tough
one.
hole. Very good design, that one.
Yeah. Well, I told you the water was going to trip you up.
Yeah, I tell you, it did. It was false front. roll back into it.
No rough either.
No rough there. God. Right. Well done, everybody. Congratulations, Discord, once again on a victory.
Come on, the cord.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. I hope you have just the best week ever.
Yeah.
And
It's really lovely that.
yeah, I think so. I'll probably just go ahead and do that. Right, guys.
Quest for the Open's out tomorrow.
It is.
Quest for the Open #1 out tomorrow.
Yes.
Come on, Pete.
Yeah, over.